And here's your host, Steve Shedler.
Hi! How we all doing today? A good morning to you. It is the morning wake up here on Steve Shetler Media, brought to us by Home Plate Sports Cards. And let's bring up their information right now. Home Plate Sports Cards at 1516 A Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Call 641-676-1516. They are open Wednesdays through Fridays, 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Saturdays, noon to 6. Sunday, noon to 4. There is no place like Home Plate Sports Cards at 1516 A Avenue East, Oskaloosa. And they've got a big event coming up this weekend at the Penn Central Mall. Let's bring that up right now. The Oskaloosa Sports Card Expo. And that's from 10 to 5 on Saturday, with 40-plus dealers from the Midwest. Card dealers, that is. Oskaloosa Sports Card Expo. It's going to be fun. If you like that type of stuff, that type of atmosphere, get into the Penn Central Mall for the Oskaloosa Sports Card Expo, put on by Home Plate Sports Cards, our morning sponsor of the Morning Wake Up here on Steve Shetler Media. Hey, our forecast is brought to us by the Garden Gate. They are located at 105 South Jefferson in Sigourney, 641-622-3191. And you can stop in and see Cindy and the gals at the Garden Gate Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to noon. They've got fresh floral arrangements, jewelry, home decor, sympathy gifts, and something for everyone. And lots of spring merchandise arriving all the time at the Garden Gate. Today, look at that temp for today. Cloudy skies gradually becoming sunny, 62 degrees for a high today. North winds will be a little bit more gusty today. Gusts up to about 20 miles per hour for today, but 62. And then tonight, mostly clear, still a little bit breezy, a low of 33. Sunshine tomorrow, breezy and cooler, a high of 49. Clear skies tomorrow night, a low of 23. Saturday will be sunny and 48. But I tell you what, rumors and innuendo, say that we're going to have temps around 70 degrees starting next week. Monday and Tuesday, we're looking at sunshine and 70. So a little bit cooler this weekend, but definitely getting that spring fever coming up next week with highs in the low 70s. Current conditions, humidity at 61%, wind speeds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the north. The old barometer is at 29.74, and we've got 45 degrees here in southeast Iowa. And that is your forecast. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate. Our question of the day comes up later on today. It's brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa, 202 North Main in Sigourney. They continue to celebrate their 18th anniversary all month long. There is 1 week left in this month, so February just flying by. Get into Amy's Salon and celebrate with their specials that you can see right there on their screen. 1 week from today, they'll have their anniversary open house. What makes you most angry? That is our question of the day. We're going to get our angry faces on. What makes you the most angry? That is going to be our question of the day. That'll be our question that gets posted here on Facebook, on Steve Shetler Media Facebook around noon today. So what makes you the most angry? I don't know, it's hard to be in a bad mood when the weather is this nice. But just think about that. And that goes up here on Facebook at about noon today. Hey, you still have 1 day, basically just under 24 hours, to get your vote in for the Keokuk County Hospital and Clinic's Athlete of the Week. Now, this was posted back on Monday, so you'll have to scroll back a bit on Facebook to find the poll. And Facebook didn't give me the regular poll option this week, So you're going to have to click on the individual name of who you want to vote for. I put all the names of our nominees in the comments. So find the athlete in the comments that you like, and then click on them there. Give them the like there, and vote that way. So we'll announce our winner for that tomorrow for the Athlete of the Week, brought to us by Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics. Also coming up tomorrow, always a big day on Fridays, we've got our Iowa Music Showcase live at Barn Wired in Sigourney, and there you can see artist Jay Christian Conant and Jay Christian going to be coming to Sigourney with a full band tomorrow. So we're going to be rocking and rolling at Barn Wired in Sigourney tomorrow. I'm going to fill that place up pretty quick. So get in for some drinks and lunch and coffee and do some shopping at Barn Wired in Sigourney. Again, Jay Christian Conant, our Iowa Music Showcase, and his band tomorrow live at Barn Wired, 11:30 to noon. Catch it in person or catch it right here on Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And then that'll lead us into Saturday morning with the sports section, as Alan Sellers and Bruce Hahn will be the co-hosts. I know Rihanna Utterback, our Sigourney Keota female wrestler, state champion, going to be on hand. She'll be one of the guests for the sports section. So tune in live from Brothers Market, 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. All right. Also, I want to throw up some events here that are going on, put some spotlight on different things going on in our area, just so you are aware of those. Keep in mind, in Wapello County, they have the food bank. It's free food distribution for Wapello County veterans. Again, in Wapello County. This is the first Thursday of each month, so that'll be coming up here in a couple of weeks. But keep that in mind. That is the first Thursday of each month, 4 to 6 p.m. at the Emergency Management Building in Ottumwa. You can see the details there. But if you're a veteran in Wapello County, take advantage of that. Also, something coming up here in our area. We've got the Egg Your Yard being put on by one of our Steve Shuttler Media sponsors, KC Elite. You can sign up for your annual annual fundraiser and let them egg your yard on Easter weekend. You can see the prices there. Basically, you're going to be paying them to put some candy in your yard for the kids here in Keokuk County. So that's brought to us by KC Elite. Make sure you hit them up here on Facebook for more information. And then also coming up tonight, you can take part in the Lives of Gray Wolves. It's a virtual event at the with the International Wolf Center at the Environmental Learning Center in Oskaloosa. If you haven't been to the Environmental Learning Center in Oskaloosa, you're missing out. It is a cool place. And you can stop by there today from 6 to 7 p.m. for the Lives of Gray Wolves virtual event. You can see the phone number there if you want to call ahead for more information, or just visit the Mahaska County Conservation Facebook page. But that's later on. I wonder if it'll be nominated. I wonder if it'll be narrated, by that old guy that does all the nature stuff, like the nature shows and The Lives of Gray Wolves, a virtual event. I wonder if that guy, I can't remember his name. I doubt it, but you never know. Check that out later on today. Laura DeCook over at the Mahaska County Conservation Environmental Learning Center will help you out with that. That should be a lot of fun. All right, hey, we are doing the morning wake up here on Steve Shuttler Media. As you can see, it's presented by Home Plate Sports Cards in Oskaloosa. Let's get to our good mornings. Dodie, Dan, Tracy, Kurt and Kathy, Sandy, Nancy, Eloise, Sherry, Melissa, Elena, Marcia, Tamra, and Nathan. Brother, good morning to you all. Let's go ahead and do some birthdays. Birthdays. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And you. All right. The old celebrity on the list today, oldest living person I have on my list today, is basketball player Chet Walker. He played for the Bulls way back when. He is 84 years old today. Again, that's a basketball player Chet Walker, 84. We've got Dr. J. That guy can dunk a ball. Julius Irving, turning 74 years old today. Happy birthday to Dr. J. Actor Kyle MacLachlan. You know him from Twin Peaks, Dune. He is 65 years old. Do we celebrate cartoon characters' birthdays? Sure we do. Pebbles. Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. Pebbles Flintstone is 61. Now, she was just a baby way back when. Now Pebbles is all grown up and a little bit on the older side. 61 years old for Pebbles Flintstone today. We've got former tennis player Michael Chang turning 52 years old. Singer James Blunt is 50. We've got actress Drew Barrymore from E.T. when she was just a little kid. Charlie's Angels, Never Been Kissed. She hosts her own talk show now. 49 years old for Drew Barrymore. Those are your celebrity birthdays. Good morning to you, Bubby. Thanks, Bubby, for joining us in the comments. On this date, again, today is Thursday, February 22nd. On this date in history, back in 1630, popcorn was introduced to the colonists here in America. I think that's a good thing. 1732 on this date, George Washington was born, the first U.S. president. It was on this date in 1869, Spain gave up Florida to the United States. So that was a good thing on 1856, the very first meeting of the Republican Party took place. And then golf was also first demonstrated the American way back in 1888 on this date in history. Also, 1889, President Cleveland signed a bill to admit South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana, and Washington all into the Union. So those four states joining us way back when. And then on this date in 1935, it became illegal for airplanes to fly over the White House. So no flying for you over the White House. Today, according to the National Day calendar, today is National Supermarket Employee Day. So everybody needs to make sure that their supermarket employees are taken care of. If you do your shopping at Brothers Market, make sure you appreciate your supermarket employees. I was just up at Brothers Market yesterday. Got some lunch. Rick was grilling. It was good. Let's see here. It's also National California Day today. It's National Chili Day. It's National Cook a Sweet Potato Day. I don't know if you're supposed to eat it, but you are supposed to cook it. So cook a sweet potato day today. And National Margarita Day. Margaritaville. Things you need to know. Good morning to you, Tammy. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning here on the Morning Wake Up. Things you need to know. American Airlines bumping up their baggage fees to $40 a bag if you didn't prepay when you booked your flight. Let's see here. And if you want to bring a second bag, they're going to charge you $45 for that one. So prices going up on baggage fees for American Airlines. New Stanford University study claims what many have thought was true all along. And this will make some people mad. Men's brains and women's brains process information differently. Gasp. So you're saying men and women are different. My t-shirt says I'm calling HR. In the study, it was shown it's possible to tell the sexes apart based on activity in hotspot areas. So again, that's from Stanford. I'm not saying this. Stanford University is saying that men's brains and women's brains process information differently. There's a biopic in the works, and actually there's 4, evidently. for all 4 of the Beatles. Everybody's getting their own movie. Why not just do them all in one? I don't know. Joe Rogan, well-known celebrity, podcaster. Joe Rogan floating a theory that President Biden plans to do a last-minute swap in the presidential race with California Governor Gavin Newsom before November. I would like to see that press conference. I would like to sniff some hair. Where was I? Let's see here. A woman in the UK is ranting about a wedding that she recently attended or tried to attend. It was for a coworker and involved her driving 8 hours to get there. But she thought it'd be fun. She made the 8-hour drive. Thing is, when she arrived, she was told that she was invited to the wedding, but not the dinner and the reception afterwards. That was in the fine print. I don't know who has fine print in their wedding invitations. This person did. So that friend that drove 8 hours, nah. You can come to the wedding. You just can't hang out afterwards. Let's see. Other things you need to know. A European satellite will begin crashing into the Earth's atmosphere today. Not sure when, not sure where. But if you get hit by a piece of random metal falling out of the sky today, that's why. Former President Donald Trump seems that he is racking up $87,000 a day in interest charges on the fines that he hasn't paid so far. If he wants to throw away $87,000, right here, I'll take it. In stuff you didn't ask for, in fact, nobody asked for this, but they're doing it anyway. Rod Stewart is hinting that there's new music on the way from his old band, Faces. Like I said, who was anybody asking? They're like, oh man, we really need some new Faces music, but we're getting it. Machine Gun Kelly has decided to cover up all of his upper body and arm tattoos with blank ink. Is that like Dwight Schrute's ink? You know, invisible ink that he uses on The Office. Machine Gun Kelly, again, covering up all of his upper body and arm tattoos with blank ink. Seems that Finland is kind of preparing for what could happen. NATO's newest member, who has an 800-mile stretch shared with Russia, some of their border shared with Russia, is building 300 shooting practice ranges for citizens, just in case they want to go out and dust up on their marksmanship. Again, that's in Finland, preparing for Russia. Let's see here. Tom Cruise and his Russia lover. Her name is Elsenir Karova. They've apparently taken their relationship to the next level. He has met her kids. It's getting serious. Tom Cruise and his Russian lover. If you like Ben and Jerry's ice cream, there's going to be a new flavor. Marshmallow Sky is a marshmallow-flavored ice cream based with the marshmallow cream swirls and gobs of chocolate with chocolate chip cookie doughs. Yeah, I'd probably try that. That sounds good. Kevin Costner's divorce has been finalized. Those are things you need to know. You know what time it is? It's time for today's impossible question. Today's impossible question: 11% of American households have these under one of their beds. What do you think? Again, 11% of American households have these under one of their beds. What do you think it is? What's under your bed? 11% of American households have dirty dishes under their beds. Do you? I don't. Oh, unless it's on my wife's side. I do not generally eat off of a plate or a bowl. I don't eat in bed. But evidently people do, and they put their dirty dishes under the bed. Let's see here. Good morning to you. I got to catch up on some people here. Good morning to you, Renee, Sherry, Ron, Jan, Molly. Hey girl, and Denise. Thank you all for tuning in this morning, hanging out with us here on the Morning Wake Up, brought to us by Home Plate Sports Cards in Oskaloosa. Let's do something weird.
That is weird.
In some weird, seems that America is going to be spending billions to produce homegrown cargo cranes. Billions on cranes. I didn't know that was like a priority. They're going to swap them out for the China-built cranes that currently stand at many U.S. ports, the Biden administration announced on Wednesday. So evidently, people think that there are some sensors and some spying devices that could be in the China-made cranes. So we're going to swap those out and spend approximately $20 billion to build U.S. cranes. China. And some other news. Here's a job posting, help wanted. Excuse me. All right, job posting from NASA. For those just itching to find out what it's like to live on Mars, here's your dream job. The space agency is looking for 4 volunteers for its next mission to simulate life on Mars for a year. Selected applicants would actually be living in Houston in a 3D printed 1,700 square foot habitat meant to simulate life on Mars, according to a Martians Wanted release from the space agency. So if you want to live on Mars, quote unquote, in that simulated Mars, get a hold of NASA. You might have a job waiting for you there. In some other weird news, some news. Now, I'm not a coffee drinker, so I'm already leaning towards not liking this story, but Starbucks is betting on an unusual combination with a new drink released in China, to mark the Lunar New Year. It's dubbed the Abundant Year Savory Latte. They describe it as having an interesting flavor. I would say so. The drink combines Dongpo braised pork flavor sauce with espresso and steamed milk, with extra pork sauce and pork breast meat for garnish. This is according to the Starbucks delivery app. Sounds like steamed garbage to me. Who? Now, again, this is in China. So I don't think we have to worry about accidentally ordering the Abundant Year Savory Latte here in the United States. I don't know. Maybe that sounds good to you. Not to me. Country music. I have not heard the new Beyonce, again, quote unquote, country music. Have you guys? Have you heard the new Beyonce country tunes? Texas Hold'em, debuting at number 1 on Billboard's Hot Country Songs chart. They announced that on Tuesday. The song had sparked conversations about whether the genre would be accepting of her. I mean, that particular chart, the Hot Country Songs chart, I don't know if that one's based on airplay. I think that's more of the sales type of a situation. So, I mean, of course the sales are going to be great. It's Beyonce. She's going to sell music. She could put out a song of her whistling something, and it would debut at number 1. Beyonce became the only other solo woman alongside Taylor Swift to achieve the feat with no accompanying artists. Texas Hold'em released February 11th during the Super Bowl. Between then and the 15th, the song garnered 19.2 million official streams, 4.8 million radio plays, and sold 39,000 units. So Beyonce, Texas Hold'em. Again, has anybody in the comments heard that song? I have not. I'm not going to. I'm not in radio anymore, country radio, so I am not going to make myself listen to that because I'm guaranteeing that song resembles nothing of country music. Yeah. Even without hearing it, Melissa, I completely agree with you. But Molly likes it, which is okay. Molly, do you think it's actually country music? Again, I don't know. I'm just guessing. How about some other stuff? All these weird Guinness World Records that people can set. We've got a few of these that we're going to talk about today. Let's see here. An organization that caters strictly to people named Ryan aims to break the Guinness World Record for the largest same-name gathering in Texas. It's called Ryan Meetup. The Ryan Meetup, based in New York, announced it's holding its first Ryan Rodeo in Texas with an aim toward breaking the record, which was set back in 2017 when over 2,300 people named Ivan came together in Bosnia and Herzegovina. There's a place called Herzegovina. Interesting. So look for the big Ryan Rodeo in Texas. Maybe they will set that Guinness World Record. Let's see here. Let's stay on that topic of Guinness World Records because why not? A young Washington girl, the state of Washington, broke a Guinness World Record when she donned 45 sweaters at her local library. I mean, when I was a kid, I always dreamt, boy, I would like to set the Guinness World Record for the amount of sweaters I can put on. That's a dream of mine. No, I didn't. Sophia Hayden pulled on each sweater individually and had to pull each garment down to her waist before moving on to the next item to comply with Guinness World Records rules. So, if you want to break the record, that girl has it set 45 sweaters. So 46, that's the number you're going for. Get out there, do a workout for putting on 46 sweaters, and you too can be in the Guinness World Records. Let's do some other weird. There's just so much weird news today. An Ohio couple held their wedding in an unusual venue, a bathroom. In fact, a gas station bathroom. In fact, a disco gas station bathroom. Logan Abney and Tiana Allistock, who live in the Cincinnati area, exchanged vows in the bathroom at the Hop Shops location in Verona, Ohio. The store's bathroom went viral online for a big red button that causes a disco ball to switch on and dance music to play. So they thought that would be a good place to get married, in the disco bathroom in Kentucky. I wonder what the wedding pictures were like. Let's see here. A website. Ooh. Again, another help wanted. I am helping you guys find jobs today. You can live in a simulated Mars environment with NASA. You can also earn $2,000 from a website that is offering to pay people to watch all of this year's Best Picture Oscar nominees and predict the outcome of the broadcast. I mean, I like watching movies. I'll take your $2,000. TestCasinos.com announced the unique job opportunity for a person willing to watch the 10 nominees for Best Picture. You got to rate each film, predict the outcome for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Actress, Supporting Actor, blah, 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 blah. The chosen candidate will get $2,000, a new 65-inch 4K TV, and a $500 DoorDash gift card. Applications are being accepted through March 9th. So go to that website and maybe make an easy $2,000. And then finally, in some weird news today, an electrical engineering student in Germany took a toy car designed for a child to ride and modified it to reach a speed of just over 92 miles per hour. His name is Marcel Paul, an electrical engineering student at a university in Germany. He said he spent 10 months conducting research and modifying the toy car into a high-speed electric vehicle. So that'd be kind of fun. Put your kids in this toy car, say, take off, and they go 92 miles an hour. Let's go to the files of law and disorder. In some disorder from, let's see here, where are we going to? Spain. Let's do a Spaniard here. A priest and his partner have been arrested in the town of Don Benito in the Spanish province of Extremadura as part of an investigation into the illegal sale of, what do you think? What do you think the priest and his buddy got busted for selling? Meth? Cocaine? Guns? No, they were selling Viagra. Yep. And other powerful aphrodisiacs. The parish priest, well known to the parish of San Sebastian, has been released on charges of trafficking harmful substances. He's going to be appearing in court on the 1st and 15th of each month. The arrests carried out Monday at the priest's home, which he shares with his partner. During the arrest and the subsequent search of the home, Civil Guard arrests seized several substances that were ready for sale. Investigations into the matter began months ago. So the priest selling illegal Viagra. Hey, buddy, you need some Viagra? I know where to get some. It's the priest. Shocking. Let's do some good news. I don't know if this is good news or not. New York's mass transit experience took a grisly turn over the weekend when a disembodied human leg was found on the 4 line between 167th and 170th Streets in the Bronx. Detectives are trying to establish who the limb belongs to and how it got on a subway track bed. The city's medical examiner later took possession of the leg. He was like, yeah, I'll take the leg. Came and got it and carried it away. And to find out more about its origins, authorities could not confirm if the leg belonged to a man or woman or how much of the limb was found. Why is this in my good news section? Why isn't this in the weird news section? Did they mess up? I don't know. So a leg. Yeah, just a random leg. That kind of reminds me. My wife and I, Stacy and I, were sitting around the old boob tube last night. We were watching some Netflix. There is a documentary on there called, and it's, I think, one of the more watched shows right now on Netflix called, what was it called? Lover, Stalker, Killer? Have you guys seen that? Lover, Stalker, Killer on Netflix? It's actually based here in Iowa. If you like, like true crime stuff, watch it. It's based in Iowa. It's interesting. It's interesting. In fact, there's a little spot where they're talking about Fremont, Iowa. And again, it's called Lover, Stalker, Killer on Netflix. If you want to watch an interesting hour-and-a-half documentary, kind of true crime type of stuff. Let's do some duh. In some duh, a North Carolina man netted double the charges after driving to a Durham Regional Police Station, Durham, North Carolina, to complain about an earlier arrest on Tuesday. In the early morning hours of February 20th, police responded to a call about a man who was allegedly intoxicated and causing a disturbance at a restaurant in the area of Brock and Roslyn Roads in Pickering, North Carolina. Officers arrested the 42-year-old. His name, he was from Ajax, a 42-year-old from Ajax, North Carolina, arrested him for public intoxication and refusing to leave the premises, and accompanied him to his family home, where he was left in the care of his mother. Good old mom. Police report that shortly after, the same man arrived at the West Division police station asking to speak with a supervisor about his earlier arrest. Officers detected signs of impairment while speaking with the man and confirmed that he had driven himself to the station. Hey, I want to complain about being arrested earlier. It wasn't right. So this guy was drunk, got arrested, got taken home to his mom, and then drove himself to a police station to complain about it. He failed a breathalyzer test, was arrested again. The man was charged with impaired driving, his license suspended for 90 days, his vehicle impounded, and he is an idiot. You get a duh.
Duh. Duh? Duh! Duh.
Duh. That is your moment of duh. That is your morning wake up here on Steve Shetler Media. Again, we thank Home Plate Sports Cards in Oskaloosa for sponsoring our morning wake up every day here in February. Our forecast for today, once again, it's brought to us by the Garden Gate. Gradually becoming sunny and a high of 62. Wind gusts up to about 20 miles per hour for today. All right, that does it for our morning wake up, brought to us by Home Plate Sports Cards. Coming up later on today, we'll have our In Remembrance Of video coming up at 8 a.m. We'll have the Sigourney Public Library video with Miss Amanda coming up at 10 this morning. The Great Outdoors, Mahaska County Conservation with Laura DeCook at 4. Successful Farming at 5:30. We'll have our weekly pet from the Heartland Humane Society in Ottumwa coming up this evening, along with Morgan You Asked For, the Iowa-based sports podcast, coming up at 7 p.m. So lots to get to today here on Steve Shetler Media. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me this morning. We'll do it again tomorrow at 7 a.m. You guys have a great day.